What's up, guys? I'm Tim Gettys. Welcome to the Kind of Funny Ask Me Anything for May 2017. You supported us over at patreon.com/kindoffunny to leave the questions. They're up there all month long, and here I am going to answer all of those right now. Thank you very much for all your support. It means the world. Let's get right to it. We don't got to do anything fancy, right, Kev? Yeah, there you go. I like the background. Good job on this. It's very pretty. Very pretty. Let's get right into it. James Davis says, hey, first-time producer, long-time seducer. I like that.
Yeah.
That's a new one. So my question involves Colin and the community. I became more active on the forums just before the time he left, and it felt like there was a constant stream of hate towards the whole situation. It was a major turnoff, so I stayed away for a while. Community is important to me, and this soured the otherwise great impression I've had from the best friends. With a little TM sign. Appreciate that. So my question, how has the community adapted since Colin's departure? I.e., is there still an uproar? Has there been a noticeable decrease/increase of subscribers? Do you expect any awkwardness at KFL 3, etc.? Thanks for all the amazing content you guys produce. James. So obviously, for anybody that's been involved in Kind of Funny and all the things that we do, Colin leaving was a major change. Probably, actually, no, 100% the most major change we've ever had. We had the studio, we hired Kevin, we hired Andy, and like we've been doing a lot of things like that. We've added new shows, we've had shows go away, we've done live shows. All of these things, as crazy as they might be, or as different and radical as they seemed at the time, nothing is equivalent to 1/4 of the founding members of the company leaving. Obviously, Colin's imprint on Kind of Funny will always be there, and we will always have that as the foundation for what we're doing. But yeah, no, it's going to cause an uproar, and especially when Colin has such a vocal fan base and a group of people that are dedicated to him and his vision. And when his vision and our vision didn't exactly align, that is going to cause a rift in the community. And we're dealing with that. And it's very difficult and it's hard and it hurts a lot to see a lot of the negativity between both sides going back and forth when it doesn't even need to be such a taking side situation. I know that dumbed down, that seems like the easiest way to go about things. But really, I think that there's a lot more crossover than it seems, because we always talk about the vocal minority and the silent majority. And I know that especially recently when there's been a lot of negativity, it seems like we harp on that a lot and we talk about, oh, it's just the vocal minority. And people think that we're just writing any criticism off as, oh, that's just the vocal minority. That's not the case. We are doing the survey and we've been looking at a lot of feedback, and yeah, there is issues with Kind of Funny. We are well aware of it and we're working on all those things. It's just things don't happen overnight. And when you're looking at this, you see in the communities, whether it's Reddit or Facebook or the forums or YouTube comments or Twitch chat, the people that are saying things are the active community members that are actively getting involved. That doesn't mean that they're the only ones that have something to say. And that's not saying that they're the only people that represent the rest of the community. That's where it gets very complicated. And that's where the vocal minority comes into play. For example, we are constantly trying to come up with the best way to do what we're doing and to get it out there to all the people. But whatever idea we have, some people like it, some people don't. And they think that when we don't listen to their criticisms, that we're not listening to the community. We are listening to the community. It's just we're listening to a side that has a different point of view than you. And it is a delicate game of trying to figure out how to please the most people while sticking true to our vision, because this isn't just about making everyone happy. It's about having a voice and having people interested in hearing it. And I want you to know that we are trying our best, and I read everything, and there's been a lot of criticism of why we aren't responding on every social platform and responding to criticism, and, oh, you only reply to positive comments and all this. That's not true. And even if it were true, positive comments are easier to respond to.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like it's so hard to respond to a negative comment when I feel like people are being like just like rude or like. Yeah. Luckily, like I'm very lucky in the sense that like I didn't see a lot of animosity when it all happened. like people were still like I've always gotten positive tweets and whatnot, and after everything happened, that stayed the same for me. But I did see some tweets aimed in like your direction and Greg's direction that were like very like just fucking assholes.
Yeah,
and it was upsetting.
And that's the thing. There are people that are assholes. There's
Yeah.
just vile comments and there's
Yeah.
vapid negativity. But then there also is a lot of constructive criticism. But the thing for me is that even when it's constructive criticism, even when it's criticism that is stuff we don't agree with, I read all of it. I am so involved in this stuff and I care about Kind of Funny so much that I want people to be happy. And a lot of times people are upset that I am not responding to the comments and giving my feedback on their criticism. But the problem is every time I do that, every single thing I say is going to be scrutinized. There's been so many times I start typing something out and I'm just like, this is going to be taken as a promise. And I'm not ready to commit to that promise yet. So I don't want to do that. We're thinking about this stuff and things take time. The reason that we are announcing a lot of things at Kind of Funny Live 3 is we needed that time to
Plan it.
to plan and to get all of our ideas together. And that was a date that we were like, okay, we're going to stick to this and we're going to hit that and be able to announce the future of Kind of Funny and how we're going to address the criticisms that are valid and that are there. And how we're going to address the criticisms that we don't think are valid. I think that is important as well. But thank you all for sticking with us. And like the negativity hurts. It hurts really bad. And it's been very hard for me the past couple months. But it's also been so rewarding to know that that there are so many people out there that will stick with us even when a really scary big change happens. And that's super rad and it's super cool. And I believe in Kind of Funny more now than I have ever. And that's not because Colin is gone. It is because I just believe in us. And I believe that everything we do just adds and we'll deal with obstacles as they come and we'll keep going forward from there. Of course, Colin was right. Super successful and super awesome. I'm happy that Colin's happy. And I wish that people
Colin's last stand.
Sorry, Colin's last stand. Yeah. Colin was right. It was awesome as well. I just wish the people wouldn't make it us versus him thing as much as they tend to. And to just realize that Kind of Funny is going to be what we are. And you can either take it or leave it. And we're not saying that in a fuck you if you don't agree with this way. We're just saying it in a we can't be who we're not. So thank you. Anthony Camillo, a.k.a. Peanut0423, the homie, says, who's the most influential artist of the last 20 years? My answer is Kanye, but I'm a Kanye fanboy, so I'm biased. Also, is it too early to say that Beyonce has surpassed Michael Jackson? Oh, boy.
Whoa,
There's a lot of things here. First off, no one will ever surpass Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is and forever will be the king of pop. Beyonce, I mean, dude, she's the queen, and she definitely has made her mark in a way where she's going to go down as a legend. It's crazy to me. I'll never forget being in late high school, getting into a fight with my with some of my friends where we were talking about JayZ and Beyonce. This was back when they were like first together, Crazy in Love days, a little after that. And we were talking about money and how successful they are. And I was like, oh, there's no way Beyonce makes more money than JayZ. Like, JayZ is the fucking man. And they were like, no, dude, like Beyonce, definitely. And me and Amanda Sherman, one of my really good friends, got into this huge fight. And then we started looking it up and I was like, I am so fucking wrong. Beyonce makes so much more money than JayZ. Always has and always fucking will. She is a powerhouse. And together, they are a powerhouse couple. But yeah, I don't think that she'll ever surpass Michael Jackson. He just did so much right and at such a high standard of quality that I don't think anybody could ever hit that magic again, especially when he had such a unique sound.
Do you think like things were different also with like the amount of money that Michael Jackson could make versus how much money Beyonce makes? Like, is more music being bought now?
No.
Okay.
But there's definitely more revenue streams than there used to be.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not talking about Michael Jackson money versus Beyonce money. I don't know how that. I imagine that Michael Jackson made a lot more than Beyonce. But I was talking about JayZ.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, and who's the most influential artist of the last 20 years? So 20 years is not that long when you really think about it. That would mean since 1997.
Ooh, damn.
Right?
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. The most influential artist, I mean, to be fair, I am a hip hop guy. So I kind of lean into that. I can't think of any artist post 97 in any other genre that really hit me. So I might say Kanye, because whether or not you like the guy, his decisions on the sound and aesthetics of his albums have set the trend for what everyone else in hip hop is trying to achieve time after time after time. He turned autotune into an art form, not just the T-Pain, I'm just using it, with 808s and Heartbreak. And then everybody tried doing that. Didn't necessarily work, but they did. With obviously College Dropout, and to a more high extent, Late Registration, he mastered the art of the flip sample. With Graduation, he ushered in the electronic sound in hip hop that to this day is still a huge factor. And then obviously with JayZ, just that industrial noise was everywhere, and it still kind of is. So anyway, I agree with you on the Kanye front. But let me know in the comments how wrong I am and who I'm forgetting about, because I'm sure that there's some amazing people. Cassidy Coyote says, how do you feel about Aesop Rock and the Weatherman LP, etc.? If you have thoughts on the whole Related Crew Definitive Jux label, they are always a little bit too underground for me. Like, it never felt like there was a point to the music. It always felt a little bit too unnecessarily technical and rhyming just for the sake of rhyming, like Lyrical Miracle, Spiritual, Hearable. It's like, that's not even the right word to use. Like, why you're just saying shit. I also am saying that without having really dived too deep into their catalogs and stuff. I appreciate when they make kind of cameo appearances on artists I like's work, but I've never been motivated to really get into it. I remember I had one of the original Aesop Rock albums in high school, and I would listen to it every day for like almost a month, and it just hit me. I'm like, I don't like this. So, sorry. Morgan K says, what up, fam? I want to know where you see yourself in the next couple of years, whether it's with Kind of Funny or whether you branch out on your own. What are your personal goals for your career, and what is something that you really want to do, whether it be production or otherwise? Keep doing you, homie. You're crushing it, and you've proved the sky is not the limit. You're taking Kind of Funny to the moon. Yeah, we're going straight to the moon. Oh, man, I'm never leaving Kind of Funny. Like, and you can play the Always Sunny in Philadelphia music, but like, nah, dude, there's no reason for me to leave. Like, I am doing what I want to do, and my goals are to just keep doing more. I love the team that we have. I love the resources that we've been able to build based on everyone's support. And yeah, no, I think just more is the answer, and I'm happy with that. Going off on my own is not appealing to me at all. Like, I like, and I always have liked having a team that has a shared vision. So it's pretty fucking cool.
Fucking awesome.
Jason says, hey, Tim, which is better, Voltron or Power Rangers? And why is Voltron the right answer? Honestly, I love Power Rangers. I haven't seen Voltron. If I watched it, I have a feeling that Voltron would be better as a show with character development and all that stuff. But I mean, come on, bro. It's fucking Power Rangers, dude. Get hyped. Demetrius Newell says, what's up, Tim? This is Gifted Dime 63. Hey, we just gave you a video game on the morning show a couple days ago. Shout out to you. I tweeted you about listening to Tone Deaf for the first time recently. I know that you've been hyping up Logic's album, but I haven't heard you mention the artists you have in heavy rotation besides Tone Deaf, of course. Do you listen to any of the Bay Area artists like I Am Sue or anyone in the Heartbreak Gang? Do you only listen to underground hip hop? I love all hip hop, grew up on it my whole life, but I can't sit still and listen to underground all day. Sometimes I need something that really slaps. Let me know what's up. I do not exclusively listen to underground. I like mainstream as well. I need a good slap in my life every once in a while. I don't listen to as much new music now. I feel like that the perfect age for that is that high school, middle school, high school, college phase. But once that I'm working, and just how music's distributed now, I wish that I listened to new things more regularly. But every once in a while, I find artists I like. There's a mainstream artist, Super Duper Kyle, right now. I like his music because it's fun. It's not necessarily great, or like it's definitely not lyrically deep, but it's fun to listen to, and it sounds like he's having fun making it. And I always appreciate that. Of course, in addition to Tone Deaf, there's Cunning Linguists and Pack FM and Substantial and the entire Q&5 roster. If you are interested in that at all, Cunning Linguists they're just amazing. They're like the greatest group in hip hop to ever exist, I think. On a album by album basis, they haven't had a dud, and they're all so different and so layered. It's fantastic. Apple Music's giving me some bullshit. I'm a big fan of Gorillaz overall.
Are you liking that new shit?
Their new shit hasn't clicked for me yet, but Gorillaz are fantastic in general. Hold on, let me go to artists and see who I got. On the underground scene, Apathy, the whole Demigods crew.
What's up with Lord?
Lord's great. She's not hip hop, but Lord's great.
Oh, it's just hip hop?
Yeah. Big fan of JayZ. He's fantastic. Trying to find like a good one. No, I don't know. Anyways, go check them out. Cunning Linguist would be my recommendation. Oh man, this one. It's a long one. Things are going to get weird, ladies and gentlemen. The Assassin AK-47 says, "My boy Tim, before I get into this, I just have to say I love you, man. I respect everything you do for Kinda Funny. I honestly think you're the hardest worker at Kinda Funny, in my opinion, and I hate that you don't get enough credit. I see that you get a lot of hate, and I have no idea why. I can't speak for everyone else, but I have your back 100% no matter what. You're truly the homie for life. It's crazy to think that as I post this on Saturday, I'll be seeing you at KFL3 later that night." Oh, as this posts on Saturday, yeah. "I already know that your intro is going to be dope as fuck." Oh, it definitely is. "And I definitely can't wait for that. I was going to ask questions, but honestly, I just want you to know that I appreciate everything you have done for me and for the Kinda Funny community. Thank you for everything, Tim. I can't wait to meet you. But as you read this, I probably already have, because I land in San Francisco Wednesday, May 31st. Hell yes, you KFL3. I haven't met you yet, then just disregard what I just said. Anyways, keep fucking that, Gia." I will. And then another person, James Davis, replies to that, says, "I've never appreciated a post so much in a long time. Tim's lucky to have you. LOL. Hope you get to meet him." And then there's another reply loading. The Assassin says, "Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I'm going to meet him at KFL3, and I can't wait." So anyways, I really appreciate that, Assassin. It is awesome to see positivity like that, and it is very reaffirming to know that there are people that appreciate the work that we put in and understand that we are listening and we are trying to, give you guys good content. So thank you for all of that and for the very, very, very nice words. And I appreciate it. Kevin works really hard too, though. You happy with that, Kev?
I'm falling asleep.
You falling asleep? Hardest worker in the room, Kevin Coelho. Angel Cruz. "Hey, Tim, you sexy beast. Been listening to you guys for 2 years now and just started throwing money at you." Thank you. "Sorry I took so long. My question today is about a friend of mine. He has to get surgery but doesn't have the money to pay for it. He has a GoFundMe. If I ask the best friends for help, that would be amazing. To find him on GoFundMe, search Michael's Surgery. He's the guy with the glasses and a blue tie on." So, yeah, there you go. We need to come up with rules, like definitive rules about like self-promotion and GoFundMes and all that stuff. But
yeah, well, they're for good causes. There's so many of them.
Yes, it is always for a good cause, and we want to support everybody. But there needs to be limits. But anyways, I appreciate you, Angel Cruz. Thank you. Mitch Grayson says, "All right, I need the Tim Gettys list of top 3 Disneyland foods. I'm a huge Disneyland fanatic and want to know the favorites." Honestly, the Dole Whip is always going to be one of my favorites, not necessarily food. That freaking turkey leg that tastes like ham, God bless it. But the Monte Cristo sandwich over by that in the restaurant near Pirates.
Not the restaurant in Pirates?
Mm-mm.
No. That steak we had at the restaurant in Pirates?
That was pretty dope, too.
That's a damn good steak.
Damn good steak.
Mm-hmm.
Griffin Thenel says, "Hey Tim, with the Disney Parks fan you are, here's a question: if you could design any ride off of any Disney franchise, what would it be, and which Disney park would you put it in?" I'd put it in Disneyland because I'm close to there, and I would like to enjoy the Kingdom Hearts ride that I would design. It would be freaking awesome. I know there's a lot of licensing problems with that, but how damn cool would it be? Just think about it. Just let it in. I'm in. Justin Jones says, "How do you deal with all the hate? I, for one, love you. I feel the love that you put into Kind of Funny. I always feel like you just catch a lot of shit from some fans. I have very little in common with you, but I love that. Thank you for your outside my world opinions." I appreciate that, Justin Jones, and I appreciate all you guys, again, showing me the love and support. You are the positive side of the vocal minority, and I appreciate that. How do I deal with the hate? I don't know. I just try really hard. And I just keep trying to do things right and keep going forward. And I'm lucky I have good friends to hang out with that remind me that I'm doing the right things. So shout out to all of them. Tyson Williams says, "If you can go back to a time and place you hadn't been alive yet to experience, what would it be and what would you do during that time?" I mean, the 80s. I would love to just see so many movies as they were happening, just have my freaking mind blown.
Yeah, but there's so much like lameness in between like the next movie. Like, oh, Star Wars, awesome.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's like I also know what's gonna happen.
I don't know. There's not too many other things that I'm like, oh man, I wish I was there for things that I wasn't alive for. You know?
Is like dinosaurs like can you put that there?
I don't know if I'd want to see the dinosaurs though. Like really.
True.
They're dope though. Shout out to dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Then final question. Oh, God. This is Nicole Humphrey says, "What's up, Tim? What are your top 10 or 5 if you need to save time animated Disney movies?" I don't like doing these things because I feel like then it's definitive. But I'm just gonna kind of.
Now, when we say Disney movies,
I'm just going Disney classics.
Okay,
I'm not getting.
Is Hercules in the classic?
Yeah. Okay. I'm talking about the 52 or whatever it is, Disney.
Yep.
I forgot.
What was the latest classic that's come out?
The latest one was Moana.
Moana, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Moana, I didn't know.
I don't know.
Does Moana,
Aladdin.
Is that number one?
No, I'm just throwing them out there. I'm throwing out what are my favorites.
Right,
Aladdin, Lion King.
Aladdin and Lion King is number 1 and number 2.
I really love Mulan.
You love what?
Mulan.
Mulan? Yeah, Mulan.
I love a Goofy movie as well, but a Goofy movie isn't in the official canon, I don't think.
The official canon?
There is an official canon.
Is there?
Yeah.
Hercules?
Hercules isn't in it in my top. I
suck.
love Hercules, but it's not.
Hercules is so
not my top.
good.
Moana was really good, but I don't know. Atlantis is not. Hold on, let me pull it up.
The winners here. Lilo and Stitch?
Lilo and Stitch is great, but
so good.
Doesn't hit that. That's something. I don't want to give
Aladdin
it to Beauty and the Beast.
3, King of Thieves.
Doesn't count.
Oh, really?
I don't count it, no.
Do they have to be theatrical releases?
Well, there's like the official canon that I'm blanking on what the name is of it, but yeah, let's see. Going through here.
Didn't Rob Williams come back for
Aladdin
3?
3? Yeah, he did. I guess a Goofy movie might not count. Shout out to Mulan, though, for sure. I mean, yeah, I guess I might need to put Beauty and the Beast on the list because it is better than a lot of these. Yeah. All right,
Beauty and the Beast, really good.
Shout out to Beauty and the Beast. And shout out to you. Thank you for joining us today for this kind of funny Ask Me Anything. I'm Tim Gettys. That's Kevin Coelho. You are fucking awesome. Until next time, I love you.